Alright everybody, I'm doing another watch me draw. Right now I'm gonna do another walkthrough of a painting of NXT Women's Champion Asuka. And I plan on getting this done and uploaded as soon as possible because I want this up before NXT Takeover Brooklyn tomorrow. And her title reign may end tomorrow night, so I want to get this championship painting done as soon as possible. And as usual, as my last watch me draw, which go ahead and check that one out, that was my Madara drawing. I'm gonna be rambling once again. I really enjoyed doing that too. It was fun, just me sitting here rambling about nothing while I got the painting done. And I'm about to ramble some more, so here we go. And go ahead and abuse the pen tool as usual. I know I've done a few of these paintings, almost like recording myself painting or doing like little tutorials or whatever. And I've said on numerous occasions how I don't want to use the pen tool as a crutch. You know, the realization that I came to is the tool is here for a reason, so screw it if I abuse it, if I'm using the tool for what it's meant to be used for. Like, I don't care. It's like I'm not gonna run from the pen tool anymore. I'm gonna beat this into the fucking ground. And I also, speaking of the pen tool, I've discovered a way to sort of make my speed paintings faster. The joy of technology. So I have even more of a reason to love this tool. And this is going to be a lot of fun to paint simply because Asuka has a lot of colors and, well, just on her in general. So it's going to be very fun once I get into the actual painting phase of this picture. Don't know what I just did there. I'm really excited for this takeover tomorrow night. I'm looking more forward to takeover than Summerslam. Not that I think that Summerslam is just going to be bad or anything. I'm just looking more forward to takeover. And I would really like to know if Adam Cole's gonna show up on the takeover special or not. I doubt it, but it would be nice. By the way, I've done a speed painting of Adam Cole, so go ahead and check that out on my channel if you haven't seen it already. And yes, I will still be finishing up my Bullet Club paintings. I know it's been a while since I've done another one. I think the last one I did was Kenny Omega. So I want to get another one of those done as soon as possible. I've been wanting to get a Cody Rhodes speed paint done for like at least 3 months now. And I don't know, I'll have plans to get a painting done. That's why I'm going to try and not even promise to get another painting done recently. Though I did have a request to get a particular drawing done in one of my videos. So I'm actually going to do that one in the next couple of days. That one I am going to actually try and keep my promise on. But other than that, I'm not going to say that I'm trying to work on any other pictures right now because I never get them done. I'll get ready to draw it and then something else will hit my attention, or I'll want to draw something completely different and just put it aside. So yeah, I'm not even setting myself up that way anymore. There's a goddamn fly in the house. Oh, this is really bugging me right now. It's like right on the screen. Which you people can't see it. Alright. First part right here. Make sure I save. I actually watched the last Watch Me Draw and it boggled my mind the amount that I wasn't saving. And had something gone wrong while I was drawing, I would have lost my damn mind. So hopefully I remember to actually do a better job of saving this stuff while I'm drawing. And the reason why I'm drawing Asuka right now, just for the sake of saying it, I was planning on doing an Alexa Bliss drawing. My reasoning for drawing Asuka right now is simply because, I mean, at this point, what is she now? Like the greatest women's champion in modern wrestling history, at least as far as WWE is concerned. I think she's passed Goldberg's sort of padded undefeated streak. You know, Goldberg wrestling those 16 matches in 1 week. Amazing, right? She's actually legitimately passed his undefeated streak. She's like the longest running champion in WWE as a whole, excluding like the I guess they said some of those like territorial title runs of like Hulk Hogan and Bruno Sammartino and whatnot back in like the 80s. I think Bruno Sammartino has like some crazy 11-year title run. It's like no one's fucking breaking that shit. But in any event, Asuka's now been champion for, I think she just passed 500 days, which is insane. Like wrestlers don't hold belts for like 2 months now. Like she's held a belt for over a year and some change. And the mind-boggling thing is she's held the belt that long and she's been undefeated even longer. Like that's crazy. Even Goldberg only lasted like 6 more months after he finally won the belt. But anyways, feel like I might as well talk about SummerSlam since I'm even here, or since I'm even bringing up wrestling right now. I'm really looking forward to the main event, or what I'm gonna assume is the main event. No reason why it shouldn't be the Fatal 4-Way. Oh, that's gonna be a car crash, and I can't wait to see it. What, Brock and Roman, Samoa Joe, and Braun Strowman, who I've become a gigantic fan of Braun Strowman over the last, I'd say, about like 5 months or so. Braun's awesome. I actually went to a live event a couple weeks ago, and I don't know, the actual aura of Braun Strowman when he came out, it seemed like someone was about to get hurt. That someone ended up being Roman Reigns, but it just wasn't a happy mood or a pleasant sight or anything when he came out. I haven't really been to a live event with a main event that seemed like it was going to be a fight in quite some time. I think most of the live events I've gone to, like, I went to one where it was like CM Punk versus all 3 members of the Shield. And Punk went over, because why not? Why wouldn't one person beat up 3 people, right? Especially when the 3 people are all bigger than him. But like this just seemed like it was Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns, and it just seemed like war. And it was awesome. And of course, I can't even say of course Roman Reigns won. Braun just... he just went outside the ring for no reason and just smashed Roman upside the head with the steel steps. And then he was just gonna try and like murder him with them. Like I don't know why he did that or what he was thinking of, but you know, he's Braun. He does whatever the hell he wants to. Then he just set up a table and Roman put him through it. Awesome night. Awesome night. By the way, get this out of the way now before anybody sees this and starts asking me questions or anything like that. Am I a fan of Roman Reigns? Yes, I am. Like, I don't care about the whole him getting booed or him getting cheered thing. I could give a fuck, to be quite honest. Hell, on that night, both him and Braun Strowman got a mixed reaction. It's just that Roman's was louder. And that's all I can really say. It's like Roman got the louder reaction of the two. They booed and cheered both fucks, so who cares? I feel like it's awesome. I don't even see why Roman getting booed is such a big deal. I don't even feel like it's a big deal that John Cena gets cheered and booed. I'm just not a fan of John Cena. Like, I don't have a problem with Roman. Quite a few people in WWE right now get cheered and booed in general. I don't know what the hell is going on right now, but it's just the way things are. Hell, I'm drawing Asuka right now, and it seems like with each passing time that I watch NXT, I don't know what the hell kind of reaction Asuka's gonna get. And I got very behind on NXT. I was just missing it every Wednesday and was having to play catch up. But it seemed like one week the fans would be kind of wanting to root against Asuka, and then it's like she's monster over, and then the next week they're kind of cheering for her opponent more than her. I don't know what the hell is going on with the Full Sail crowd, but yeah. It still doesn't matter. Like with everyone else that gets cheered and booed, like Asuka's still awesome. Like even the last episode of NXT with the contract signing with her and Ember Moon, who I'm also a big fan of. I think she's awesome. But that contract signing where Asuka just started yelling at her in Japanese. I don't know what the hell she said, but it didn't sound good. Like, it didn't sound pleasant at all. Like, I would still be pretty fucking concerned if I was Ember Moon tomorrow night. Which Ember Moon's awesome, and I love that finishing move of hers just because I'm a fan of any type of cutter, be it a stunner or a diamond cutter or RKO. Just, those moves always win. I think the only stunner that I never liked was like the Chart Buster, and that's only because it was the actual Stone Cold Stunner. It was being done by Disco Inferno, so I didn't fucking care. Sorry Disco, but that actually brought to my attention, and this is gonna be so fucking random, but I recently watched fooling around on the WWE Network. I think it was like Super Bowl 1998, and I watched the match with Disco Inferno and La Parka, and like I was rooting for La Parka the entire match, and Disco Inferno just hits that shit fucking stunner and beats La Parka, and I was so mad I turned the fucking show off. It's like I've seen that pay-per-view a million times, but I don't know. I used to just fast forward through that match because I already knew La Parka lost. But for whatever reason, I like sat up. It was while I was doing the Sasha Banks drawing. I sat up and watched that whole match. And when Disco beat La Parka, I was so mad. And La Parka was awesome. I actually still want that fucking mask to this day. And the goofy dancing and all the stuff that Luka did with the chair. And the old WCW games where for whatever reason he just started the match off with a chair, and like clockwork, the bell would ring, I would just run at my opponent, smash him with the chair, and it's not like it was a disqualification or anything, so man. Speaking of old wrestling games, I actually saw a couple clips of the new WWE 2K18. I actually had to think about what year this is. Yeah, that game looks amazing. Like, hands down, this is the realest looking wrestling game I've ever seen in my life. It looks so much better than I've actually stopped playing WWE 2K17. I think I might actually turn it into GameStop and try to trade it in for something else. I don't even want to play that game anymore. I don't know, I may keep it just to get some trophies out of it, I don't know, but I don't really want to. I don't want to play it anymore. I haven't seen that game. And then I think they said it's supposed to have like the largest roster in wrestling game history, which I think like the last, since 2K15, I think every 2K game has been like the largest roster ever. So, which I would have to assume it's got to be 150 people at this point. Because well, last year's roster was like 130, 140. So if it's larger than that, it's got to be like 150. Which, that's crazy. That's fucking crazy. And Batista and RVD on this one, so it's already a better sign in my mind. Don't know why somebody's... Okay, never mind. Someone just pulled into the driveway and then pulled out. Alright. Oh my god, how did I mess that up? Alright. I'm trying to think now of how I'm really going to get these colors across in Asuka's actual ring gear. Because she has so many pieces to her clothing and all her pieces are a different color. So, which now that I look at it, I don't have, other than her top and maybe the sleeves, I might not have that much to color as opposed to my other Asuka drawing. Which once again I have a speed painting of, and go ahead and check out that inside my channel. I have a playlist specifically for my wrestling paintings. And I got a request for Rusev or Alexa Bliss. I'm actually gonna get on that this weekend. I still have a couple pages to do for Shadow Assassins, my webcomic. And you can check that out as well. I have a link in the description, as well as my Shadow Assassin store. So if you want to support me and support my webcomic, please check my store out as well. I have a link in the description for that. But yeah, I have a couple pages for Shadow Assassins to do, and I want to get some speed paintings done, because I haven't really gotten much done this week, so I want to make sure I get those out there. I was about to say I'm finished, and I didn't draw her face at all. So let me get this done. Now, I actually saw Asuka wrestle in person. I saw my first NXT show last year. Pretty awesome. Watched her beat up on Peyton Royce for a little while. That was awesome. How many times have I said that was awesome? Like, I actually just paused a second ago because I felt like I just said that is awesome at least 5 times in 30 seconds. Oh, just fucking babbling. Like, why are y'all listening to this right now? Like, you are wasting your time. Why the fuck are you listening to me right now? That's alright though, you're watching a masterpiece, right? That's not the most cocky and conceited fucking statement I've made all year, but in any event. Alright. Okay. Almost done with her face. These eyebrows in, or at least this one eyebrow, I should say. Her hair's covering up the other one. And what did I just do? Okay, you can't see this on the video. This is on my side screen. I had I had the Boondocks playing while I was drawing this picture in the background, and Hulu has crashed, which is not a good sign while I'm doing this. I don't even really understand why I would have that running while I'm recording the screen. Not the smartest thing in the world to be doing, but it has crashed. That is not a good sign, so bear with me if this video starts lagging or anything goes wrong in the near future, which I don't think it will, because it doesn't seem like Photoshop's lagging, which is a very good sign. But yeah, Hulu has just said fuck it at this point. Because the memories just clamped out on me. Alright, now the fun part. Now I have this saved, and I feel like I need to break down, or at least take a time out right now to break down how I do this, if I haven't in any of my other videos, or if you haven't seen any of my other videos of me rambling and drawing. When I start out my drawings, and this is where most of my rambling even takes place at, because it's not really taking a lot of thought. When I scan in my pictures and have the line art for those, I trace over it just so I have something easier to click into in color. Just makes it easier for me. And I go ahead and knock out my line art by tracing over my work first in Photoshop, and then I create a new layer and color over top of my line art and go from there. It's basically like almost like adding layers to a painting. So I start off with the line art, and then I move on to coloring within the line art to get the inside of the picture, and then I go ahead and start my shading, and my last step is my highlights, and then I add any effects or anything else that I want to add to the picture after that. So that's pretty much my process, and now I'm about to get into the coloring phase. Just thought about it, I'm not sure if I've ever really broken that down, which I'll probably just do that in another video at some point, but now's not the time. Alright, man, is this gonna be tricky. Having to color her hair. Completely forgot about how many different colors her hair has. Alright, let's try this. How about this? I just make it all one color in the outset, and then I go back and fill in with the other ones. That's smart, right? Well, let's see, it seems like all that is one solid color. I come back in here, and this part up here seems like a greenish yellow almost. Make sure the opacity on that brush is low, because I don't need to screw this picture up. I feel like now is the perfect time to save this, in case I screw this picture up at this point. Yeah, this needs to be a more blander color. And the bottom half of this is a sort of tealish green color almost. Which I've sort of already screwed up simply because I didn't color the bottom half of that color of her hair. So let me select this, sort of color this in. This just brought something to my attention. The way that I'm coloring Asuka right now, I'm going to do another Finn Balor drawing, and my only reasoning for doing this drawing is just to show everyone the absolutely stupid nature in which I paint my Finn Balor drawings, just to give me excuse to do the demon face paint. So I'm gonna do that just to show how difficult I make my Finn Balor paintings for absolutely no reason. And if you've seen my other Finn Balor speed paintings, you'll probably know what I'm talking about. I actually make it a point to paint the demon painting over top of Finn as if I'm actually putting the paint on, and it's like I'm not. I could just in theory paint the picture as is, but instead I just like putting the demon paint on. If it doesn't sound like it makes sense right now, you would have to see it. Either watch my other Finn Balor speed paintings or wait until I do my new one. My Finn Balor speed paint is actually one of my most popular paintings on my channel. Not one of, it's the most popular one on my channel. I believe I have 2 of them. Alright. Boy, is this about to be tricky. Oh, there's so many greens and reds in her outfit. Alright. And they're all different. And Photoshop's already starting to crash. What the hell just happened? Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Okay, I don't know what just happened, but I dodged a bullet there. So let's just keep going. Matter of fact, save. Oh, this is already not a good sign. Alright. This is just a bunch of yellow down here. Actually, it's not. It's split between yellow and red, so... Alright. Didn't really do that in a way that made any sense, but I digress. Oh my gosh, she actually has tiger print on one part of her outfit. So yeah, this is about to be a very challenging drawing. I did not pay attention to that a few seconds ago when I glanced over at the actual Asuka picture. I made a gigantic mistake with this picture too, but maybe no one will notice, so I'll leave it alone. That's also smart too. Just tell everybody how you're fucking up while you're in the picture. It's genius. Alright, these 2 straps down here are purple. So let's see, what colors do I have in this so far? I have red, yellow, teal, like 2 or 3 different color greens, another like yellow green, red, this is the deadly rainbow is Asuka. I would almost love it if Asuka just retained the NXT title tomorrow night and just started showing up on Raw and SmackDown as the champion. Paige did it. Why can't Asuka? Just leave her undefeated in NXT would be amazing. Not sure what that would say for the rest of the roster, but fuck them. I think this is also why I don't book in a wrestling company. This is why I'm not made out to have that job. I actually don't envy the job that they have. I do a lot of haphazard stuff with my company. Alright. I completely forgot about these armbands over here. So, what color do we have over here? I think it's a blue. So now we add blue to the mix of the rainbow of colors that we have here. And red. And an intense red at that. And I don't know, reddish pink tassels, I guess. And more tiger stripe. To the belt at this point. By the way, I love the new NXT championships. And I like how all the NXT titles look the same. I love that. What a genius idea. If only they did that with the WWE championships. Number one, why is there a universal title, and why isn't there just WWE Championship Raw and WWE Championship SmackDown? Like, very simple. The UFC just has a belt for every weight class. Boxing just has a belt for every weight class. Why does wrestling need to complicate that at all? Just have one looking belt for everything. And at this point, it's such an iconic looking title. They just have the big WWE logo on the championship. Just do that for all the belts. Sans maybe the Intercontinental and US title. I just thought about the Intercontinental title is not even on the line at SummerSlam. The Intercontinental title is not on the line at SummerSlam. What the hell is going on? They couldn't even stick Jason Jordan and The Miz on the pre-show, I guess. Because clearly that's the match that they're heading for, but they could have got something on the show. And who knows, they have 4 or 5 hours to fill this Sunday? We might get a Miz TV segment or something crazy, so who knows? This picture's coming together nicely so far. Alright. And I'm missing something. Well, actually what I'm about to do right now to avoid making a gigantic mistake is I'm going to lock this layer, I'm going to duplicate it, and I'm going to hide the original. And I'm going to paint all of my detail on top of this one. The immediate thing that I need to get done that I completely forgot about is the stripe of face paint. As you can see, it seems, forgot about that. Let's try this again. So this stuff. Don't know what I was just doing a second ago, but now I'm trying to get her tiger print in. And this is the part that where the watch me draw is literally you watching me draw, where I'm no longer saying anything because I'm concentrating so hard. Yeah, going over my line art is usually mindless, so I can just babble on about nothing while I do that. This gets a tad bit more intense. Takes a little bit more concentration to get this done. I'm actually hoping that NXT comes back into my hometown this fall. They were here last fall, and it's actually one of the better live events I think I've ever been to. For the record, I like going to live events a hell of a lot more than I like going to television tapings. You get better quality matches, and you don't have to sit through commercial breaks and none of that other stuff. There's not really backstage segments. Occasionally you'll get one on a house show, and it'll be very short and to the point. It'll just be like what there was one a couple years ago where it was just Kevin Owens shitting on how horrible my hometown was for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then it cut off and it started showing matches. Pretty much all we get here. Alright. Alright, let's see if I can pull this off. It's almost like a mesh thing that she has right here. Turn this back down to 10 on the opacity. Not done yet. Alright. Lots of tiger print in this drawing. Let's see. Actually, I think I can use the brush for this one. You know what? Why am I making this so difficult? Basically, I'm just going to go back in here with the fill tool and just color this back in like so. Hell of a lot easier than what I just did a second ago. Somebody probably watching this screaming at me like, why the fuck didn't you do this from the start? It's like, because I didn't want to, that's why. Alright, Ah, alright. Okay. Get this out of the way. Let's see what color this is. Hopefully I do this correctly. It's not bad for not measuring. Makeshift WWE logo real fast. Alright. Now, to get these weird fuzzy lines from in between the drawing, just so I don't have to look at them. Alright. That's better. Put the original color on. And now I can start shading. So now we get to the meat and potatoes of this drawing. Shadows in her hair first. I normally don't start the picture this way, but I don't know why I just clicked on her hair and started coloring. So kind of broke my own rules on this one, but screw it. It's a done deal now. I'm also seriously trying to think of some more drawings to do. What other wrestlers to draw. And if you're an anime fan or a fighting game fan, please feel free to throw out some. If you have a suggestion, to throw one of those out there too. I really need more anime characters to draw, particularly shonen anime. Alright. Guess I'll start down here. Yeah, make this simple. I think I would just block out her skin first and get back to everything else. Oh, so this was the system that I said I discovered with the pen tool. Don't realize it's taking me this long to figure out. If I just use this and use the pen tool to shade. Look at that. Think smarter, not harder, people. Actually gonna paint in her elbows because I don't trust making round circles with the actual pen tool. Or making round shading, I should say. making round circles. But what other matches am I looking forward to this weekend? Other than AJ Styles and Kevin Owens. Which I think by now I could watch them wrestle a million times and just not care. In a good way. Like, those matches are always amazing. Even with the weird ending to their Money in the Bank match. Which I still thought that was an odd ending. Like, AJ allowed himself to get pinned, his shoulders weren't even down, the ref just counted the 3. Like, I don't know what any of that was about, but I guess that's why Shane's the referee this time? I don't know. And I'm also looking forward to, I guess, the Shield Tag Team title match. With holy fuck, I colored that wrong. With Dean and Seth against Cesaro and Sheamus. Let me actually go ahead and fix this now. This is actually her armband, and her armband is a completely different color green. Like I said earlier, lots of different colors on Asuka. Actually make that darker. I'll lighten it up when I do the shadow. Back to shading and save. Go. Touch up her shoulder area. That looks crazy. Ah, damn it. Thought I had the opacity down some on the eraser brush, but I guess I didn't. The eraser brush? I don't know what I just said, but alright. Looking here. First things first, I think I'll start up near the neck area first. Come back over this line, and there we go. Now let's see if I can select just this piece, and I can. And I'm gonna just shade the rest of this. And it worked. Alright. Oh, I was about to make a gigantic mistake there. Alright. Getting somewhere, people. Before I get to the face, shade the rest of this stuff. It's going to be interesting because most of this has a completely different texture pattern on it, so I'm going to have to shade most of this differently. Almost each piece has a different shading pattern to it. So this is going to be fun. By the way, I haven't clarified this earlier, but Asuka is my favorite women's wrestler next to Mickie James right now. And for all intents and purposes, the only match where I remotely even the thought of even rooting against Asuka came was when she wrestled Mickie at the, I want to say it was the Takeover Toronto last year. I could be wrong on that, but I'm not sure. That's the only match where I sort of rooted against Asuka. And I haven't in any other match. I wanted Asuka to choke out Bayley, and she did. I wanted Asuka to choke out Nia Jax. I wanted Asuka to choke out Ember Moon. Didn't quite work out that way. Something tells me it's not going to work out that way tomorrow either. Yeah. Though I won't be too mad if Ember Moon beats Asuka. She's awesome. So is Nikki Cross. I really like her too. She's crazy as all hell, but she's awesome. Yeah. Asuka is hands down my favorite diva right now. Women's wrestler. Sorry, I have to sort of train myself to no longer call them divas. I feel like a heel female wrestler could get away with calling themselves that. Or at least calling the other ones divas and them not one. Something just tells me they'd get a lot of heat doing that, but in any event. Yeah, I really have to train myself a lot of times not to call them divas anymore. It's like I've been doing it for 17 years now. Now I have to completely change my vernacular. It's like, I mean women's wrestler when I say it. I don't mean like prima donna or anything. I don't know. I don't know when the term diva got such a negative connotation all of a sudden, but whatever. Or not the term diva. I think I specifically need to say diva in terms of women's wrestling is concerned. I never think the word diva actually meant anything positive now that I say that out loud. God, I love the way the new NXT championships look. Just gold and silver. So awesome. So simple. Once again, I think that's like the 30th time I've said awesome so far. Do I know any other adjectives at this point? Alright. Here's the other armband. Can I select this red piece without zooming in? I think I got it. Being lazy again. Before I go into the face, is there any part of the picture that I have yet to shade? And the reason why I do this and take a step back to make sure that I just like doing the face last, because the face will make or break the picture. So if I make a mistake with the face, it's easier to see it if the rest of the picture looks normal and the face is off, rather than if I started with the face and trying to make everything else match up. That probably only makes sense to me, but it's just how I do it. I just like doing the face last, especially when I'm drawing females. That along with the fact that if I have the face colored and I miss the spot, I'm not gonna notice it after a certain point. Alright, I think I'm ready. First things first, I'm actually gonna start with her eyes and just match the rest of the shading with it. And this brush is way too damn big. Alright. This area underneath her eyes. Darken this area and where her hair is covering up the eyes. That should be set for this part. Okay. Now the hard part. Alright, got very quiet on you again there. I'm really trying to concentrate to make sure I get this correctly. Another one of those make or break spots where I can completely screw up this picture. Just thought about something. Never mind. Alright. Don't even worry about what was about to come out of my mouth just now. It's about to be really fucking stupid considering what I'm shading right now. Alright. I'm looking at this wondering why her mouth isn't coming out right, and it's because I haven't done anything to it. It's like, oh yes, that would explain it. Alright, let's see if I can just pick up this piece. It worked. And It's not gonna work. Should have shaded the whole thing that way if I was gonna do that. So pen tool actually backfired on me. That's what I get. Actually get rid of that. Alright. Inside of the hair in here. And inside of her mouth, which may explain why everything looks off. Bottom of the lips, the top lip should have more shadow to it. Alright, and that is the shading. We're part the way done. Name this and save. And now, before I even start with the highlights, I'm going to play with the shadows a little bit, so bear with me though. Did I really do that? I'm actually going to tone down the shadows some. And I've kind of done this picture a little backwards without knowing it. At some point in this drawing, I did highlights in my shadow layer. And I can't erase them because I did the shadows did the highlights over the shadows. So yeah, I did highlights in the hair where on the layer it shouldn't have been, and I can't undo it without completely having to redo her hair, and I'm not doing that, so screw it. And what makes this even more insane is I never finished the highlights in the hair, so I don't know what the fuck I was doing. Maybe rambling and drawing is not the best I did. No, I'm kidding. Right. Inside the chest area. Trying not to be too naughty there because I was about to make a completely different statement. I'm trying to have some type of fucking decorum in this horse shit. Another highlight should be on the wristband or armband, wristband. her risk is that high up, then something's completely wrong with her body. More shadows over here. Highlights. Why do I keep on these shadows? Okay, and now over here, so there shouldn't be much. I'm actually not gonna do a single highlight on the championship. Well, I guess I'll do one on the gold parts. Have a better idea for that. Yeah, I guess I'll do a couple highlights around here. What I'm actually gonna do instead is that's not gonna work on top of the line, so I'll leave that alone for now. Do that when I finish it. Matter of fact, screw it. Lock these two so I don't screw that up. Alright, now where else do I need highlights at? The face. Fix that some. Actually gonna do now might be kind of crazy, but I'm gonna attempt it anyways. I'm gonna actually try and faintly draw the mask in. Why is it doing this? By the way, fuck. I'm not using a photo reference to draw this mask. I actually own an Asuka mask. Don't judge me. Got it at the NXT show I went to last year. Leave me alone. And I'm using that as the reference to get this done. It's a very creepy looking mask, by the way. Yeah, this mask is horrifying. Literally. These brushes so small. What's going on here? Simplify this. I'm about to just flip this over on the other side. If I can find the transform to it. Alright. Did this with absolutely no type of order to it, but Alright. That's the mask. Man, I did all that work just to cover it up. Genius, right? Alright, let's see. The colors out of here. And alright, I'm calling it quits. That is my Asuka painting. There's a lot of work into that mask to not have it in the picture, but whatever, I like it. And I really felt like drawing the mask. So, that's my drawing. Check out my other speed paintings, and I'll have another one of these, the actual speed paint for this drawing, coming out soon, as well as another speed paint coming in the next couple of days on top of this Asuka one. And also check out my comics and check out my store, and y'all have a good one. I'm out.